Well, I gotta say, you guys, if you were to ask me what would be on my thrifting wish list this year, the fisherman aesthetic would have not made the cut. That is until you all suggested it and I did my research, and you are so right. So today's gonna be one of those trips where we try something a little new and unlock possibly one of my new favorite vibes for the spring. Let's go. Well, you heard it right. There's nothing fishy about this thrift trip. Oh man, seriously, with the lame mom jokes, Haley, I was able to pull together such a good thrift list for today that I just can't wait to get started. So hey Siri, take me to red, white, and blue thrift store.
Getting directions to red, white,
go.
and blue thrift store.
Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley, and welcome back to my channel. This video actually just goes to show how much you guys influence my thrift trips, because this entire aesthetic, I'm talking the Fisherman Core aesthetic, was the top comment on my last themed thrifting video, which is where so many of you guys favorited the comment that said to look for the fisherman aesthetic, being blue and white stripes, red lobsters, sweater vests with cable knits, and basically all things Maine fishing village. Being honest, when I first heard of this, I had no idea what to expect until I started looking a little bit more into it, and I get it. I totally get it. We're gonna be thrifting today as if we live right by the coast. The spring coast in Maine, where everybody's just wearing reds and navies, stripes and rain boots, fun bags, hair scarves too, and so many more adorable trends within this entire coastal vibe that just feels very small town and homey. I have an entire list of things to look for on hand, and this is basically the mood board of what we're going for. So much of my love for this has actually also stemmed from the fact that I've been obsessed with my hunter boots lately. I thrifted one on a past thrift trip, another pair on ThredUp, and I just added a new one to my collection that you guys have to stick around and wait till the haul to see. But oh my god, pulling together outfits like these are such a vibe for spring no matter where you live. So without further ado, you guys, get yourself ready, because this is gonna be one fun and really interesting thrift trip. Let's go. Alright my lovelies, it is so good to be back. I feel like I haven't been thrifting in so long. The great part about these themes that we're pretty much going to be hitting up every single section, but there are some things I already want you to keep in mind that I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. With specific colors, like I said, reds, navies, these kind of like pale pastels are really big among these trends, as well as stripes. Everything super nautical, very sailor vibes is on my list today. And if we can score with some really fun fisherman aesthetic graphics, like fish, anchors, again, everything within that sailor look, pretty much anything you'd want to find yourself wearing on a boat. That's it. That's what we're looking for. I started like looking through all of these, and I already found a piece that's kind of perfect for our wish list. In a totally random section, we have this cable knit Brandy Melville sweater, which truly, I know that I said I would not thrift sweaters anymore in this season, but this one does look so perfect size-wise. And I do have to say, a cable knit sweater is kind of a must within this aesthetic, because just look at some of these photos as either a layering piece that you can tie around your neck, or even just wearing it with like a pair of plaid or gingham shorts, and then some tall hunter boots. I love it. Only $5.99 for this one too, and it will for sure fit the pregnant belly. So into the cart she goes. How funny, I literally just mentioned gingham print to you guys, and look at this freaking top. It is adorable. I love the cinching detail and like the tie-up right over here with the little tassels. It is an extra large though, but because the straps look like they could be adjustable, I actually feel like this would be good for my belly. If you personally do want to try the whole cable knit trend, but you live in a place that's super hot like Florida, maybe try incorporating it in like a short sleeve version, just like this. Instead of a full long sleeve knit, this gives off the same effect when you pair with some shorts or denim, and it can work really well too. As much as your girl loves the neutrals, I am really trying to expand more into the colors now that we're going into spring and summer, and I especially am loving yellow right now. We have this Guess Los Angeles oversized t-shirt, some shorts, and hunter boots. You could already see it, can't you? So freaking good. And it is no surprise that big oversized t-shirts is the only thing I actually want to wear right now, because they are so comfortable. A nice classic striped t-shirt, which actually looks like it's going to be long enough to cover my midriff, which I love. It's so soft too, and I personally really love t-shirts that have a crew neck fit. So this, maybe with that cable knit sweater tied at the top, could be so cute. I do see denim a ton within this fisherman aesthetic, specifically when it comes to denim button downs. I feel like they look so good, especially if you're wearing kind of an all loose outfit. Again, with the hunter boots, I'm imagining like all of these outfits with hunter boots. I really love this light one right over here, and then we've got this like a darker one as well that could also be a vibe. And the great thing about summer is that you could layer these on shorter sleeves and then just take them off and tie them at the waist if you get hot. This one right over here is very much like a hit or a miss. I have to try it on to see what it's gonna look like, but I think it has potential. Plus, lately I'm gravitated toward the tops that have this peplum bottom just because of my belly. They're really comfortable right now. You guys, this top right here is absolutely perfect for this trend. It's a nice looser fitting striped top, and I love that it has the color that is so special. $4.99, and it gives just such a laid back vibe. Okay guys, we made a really good dent when it comes to the tops. Now let's start on the bottom, specifically the shorts. Because we're heading into spring and summer, it's definitely getting hot to wear like fully long pants, unless they're like a more lightweight fabric. Denim shorts are so easy to thrift and they are great for this trend. I personally do feel like I have a ton already. Plus, when it comes to denim and pregnancy, not the most ideal thing to thrift. But if we just continue on down into kind of like the fabric short section, here we could have some fun. What I've personally been loving to look for is like printed shorts. So either shorts that have fun stripes on them or even some kind of pattern. I see a gingham right here. Okay, hold up. These would actually be perfect to recreate this photo right here. They have the ruffle detail here in the bottom and they're only $3.99 too. See that rubber waistband? That's gonna be very pregnancy friendly. These are so perfect. Into the cart you go. I did really want to find myself some striped shorts, but they're all either just way too short or not necessarily in the colors that I want. But something that would be amazing to have is just a nice basic pair of white shorts. These ones do look like they would fit a bit too big on me, but any kind of like linen short, mousseline short that's just like a bunch of fabric like this would be so good to style in these outfits. Alright, this is very rebellious of me, but let's take advantage of the fact that nobody, I repeat, nobody is thrifting jackets right now here in Florida because it is so hot, and hopefully because of that, there's some gems left in here. I already see that there's so many black leather jackets that nobody's picking up. I already have my favorite, but guys, this is your tip to definitely thrift for some now, because come around the fall, you're going to regret that you didn't. But within this trend specifically, I mainly want to look for browns, blues, and reds. I'm still on the hunt for my perfect red leather jacket that I've never been able to find. This one's a little bit too long. Ooh, this is actually a Ralph Lauren kind of rain style jacket, and I'll tell you what, these jackets fit so perfectly for this aesthetic because they just go so well with the hunter boots. The whole vibe of like fishing in Maine. Obviously, I imagine doing it under rainfall, so that's good. Oh my gosh, hold up. This has the potential to be that perfect red leather jacket that I was looking for. Okay, yes, even though it's not the most within this aesthetic, we still gotta thrift for what we love and what we want, and what I've wanted forever is the perfect red leather jacket. Let me inspect it a little. Made of real leather. Finding a fall staple in the spring. I ain't mad about it. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep being rebellious, and right now we're actually gonna go ahead and thrift for knits. I know, knits in the spring, you wouldn't think, but take a look at so many of these outfits. So many girls are kind of wearing like boots, shorts, and knits, and I really do like that combination, especially when you're like indoors these days with the air conditioning on. It's still kind of chilly. This one is so chunky, so cute, and I love the white collar. And then of course, something that I see so much throughout these pictures is vests, and I think vests are so perfect, especially for someone like me living in Florida, because it does give you off that layered look without adding too much of the heat. I could not have found a more perfect vest. And guys, hint hint, remember those new hunter boots I told you I got? They may be matching this perfectly. Size small from Patagonia for $4.99. Alright, well, I went through all of the skirts. I'm gonna be honest, none of them look like they're gonna fit me at the belly because they have a very, very tight waistband. But can I honestly be surprised? At this stage of my pregnancy, I'm more than halfway through. Thrifting bottoms is so hard. So I think instead I'll try my luck with the dresses because those are usually very mommy friendly. Okay, so starting off in the dresses, I really don't know how much within this aesthetic I can thrift for dresses. So I'm just instead imagining dresses that I can wear with like hunter boots. And just take a look at this one. I love the crochet detail so much. It continues on the bottom, and just these buttons, something about this does give me like a boating vibe, especially with like the hunters. I think that would look so freaking good. You could already see the mix of all the stripes, the tones that we've got going on. Oh, you guys, we have definitely done good today. And look at this little planter that I also just thrifted. How perfect would this be for the backyard? It's cute little strawberry. It does have some rock filling inside, but I think I could take it out, put like a hanging pothos maybe in my office. I'd love that. But okay, back to the actual clothes. I'm gonna go ahead and try everything on, pick and choose which ones I want to keep to style in the haul later. The decision making is definitely going to be hard because we've got some good things in here. But be sure to stay tuned because one of the most important sections within this aesthetic is coming up, and that is accessories. Shoes, bags, jewelry, we're looking for it all coming up. I'm trying on my pieces and I just had to show you. Oh my god! My perfect red leather jacket in the most beautiful shade of red for $8. I have a belly now, but come fall, I'm going to be sporting this all the time. Alright babes, I've officially tried everything on. We're actually taking a lot home, and I already know these outfits are going to be so freaking cute, but we got to finish them off with some great accessories. So I'm in the shoe section right now, and mainly within this aesthetic, there's like 3 pairs of shoes that come to mind. The first is obviously like the rain boots, the hunters, any of those like taller rubber boots, I guess. It doesn't even need to be branded. Second, I would definitely say boat shoes. Boat shoes are making a really big comeback for the spring and summer. I've actually never owned a pair, so ideally finding like a Sperry boat shoe would be incredible in a navy or a tan skin color. And then finally you have the fisherman sandals. I don't know, these just remind me of the 90s, something that I actually used to wear as a kid. They're having a reemergence right now. I have no idea what they'll look like on my foot, but we're here to try new things. All right, well, I already see a rubber boot right here, but the leopard print, not really the vibe that we're going for. So let's keep looking. Okay, well, here's a little hack for you. If you guys remember, if you see these red hunter boots, I actually found them right over here in the kids section because I am a size 7.5 women's, which is actually the same size as a 5.5 kids. And if there's something I know about kids is that parents buy them rain boots quite a lot. Look at that, we've got some hunters here. I mean, these are sparkly and pink, not necessarily my style, but it really just goes to show that you could still find them here. I would have totally picked up navy ones if they had. I see another pair of black ones there, but like I mentioned, at this point my hunter boots collection, it's up to 3, and I don't really think I need more than that. Okay, so instead let me start off my hunt for some boat shoes. This is basically what they look like, and again, I have never really tried them on to know how I feel about them. We've got these denim ones right over here, but I really want to try to find myself some Sperry's. Oh, hold the phone. What is that? We found some boat shoes, you guys. And these actually look like they're in such great condition. They are a bit pricey, $34. And then right here in the bottom, we have another pair. I think I like these even better because they actually have the tie strings and they are cheaper. They are $19.99. But guys, I can't believe we actually found them. That was actually quite easy. So similar. The colorway is kind of perfect. Plus they are known to be so comfortable too. Curious to try them. And then the last thing I was looking for is the fisherman sandals, I want to say. But truly guys, I have not seen shoes like this at a thrift store in so long. I don't think we're gonna get lucky with finding them today. But what's this? Ooh, these short Sperry's could actually kind of be a vibe with some of these looks too. Guys, the Sperry's actually fit, and I don't know, I'm kind of into them. They kind of look like worker fisherman boots. They're only $10 too, and super comfy. All right, and when it comes to purses, what I would definitely say is like the more natural materials for sure. So you want to stick with like some neutrals, browns, or fun pops of color. But if you can find any of these like netted almost tote bags, these are perfect because honestly, don't they remind you of like a fishing net, which is very much correlated with the fisherman aesthetic. So any of that like netting to add to your outfit can look really cute. Or even I want to say kind of like earthy bags just like this that have that knitted texture. I really do love how slouchy both of these are, but they are a little bit grimy. So you guys tell me, what are the chances I find some jewelry with some kind of fish on it? Very, very slim, I'm assuming. But if there is a type of jewelry that I am loving for a lot of these pieces, it's like pendant ones. Look at how beautiful this piece is. I love the brown. I feel like those neutrals will go so well with so many of these outfits too. This little butterfly on a ribbon is actually adorable. I feel like I may just choose some fun jewelry pieces for styling these outfits either way. Well, my lovelies, we've officially made it back, and let me just say, these outfits are about to be so quirky, so fun, and honestly, a little different than what you usually see from me, because this trend was just so out of my comfort zone. But that is why I love it when you guys suggest me new aesthetics to try out, because sometimes I end up finding things that I truly fall in love with. I'm actually already wearing one of the outfits from today's thrift trip, and I'm just gonna go ahead and organize the rest of our stuff up on the rack right here, and then we'll get into some more fun fisherman or fisher girl looks. All right, we've got our outfits ready, and let me just say this is probably gonna be the girliest outfit that I show you today, because so many of these fisherman core styles definitely lean more towards the boyish or like the tomboyish side. So no skirts, no dresses, which is so out of my comfort zone, as you guys know. This look right over here, truly fully thrifted and fully inspired by this Pinterest photo too. Everything from the white cable knit, the gingham shorts, and the red hunter boots. I cannot believe that I was able to replicate it so well. This thrifted knit that we got for just $5.99. I love so much the crew neck on it, and you see this like little kind of braiding texture. This is exactly what to look for if you're looking for a cable knit style crew. And then these shorts, I'm telling you right now, these are going to be my favorite, most pregnancy friendly shorts ever, because they are so stretchy and they have so much room. I also got these shorts for just $3.99, guys, $4. And because they're just so ruffly, doesn't this kind of look like a skirt and not shorts? I think I'm gonna pair it with this suede bag right here. And I know this outfit seems to be a little bit of a stretch, not so much fisherman, but it has fisherman elements, okay? Like the gingham shorts and definitely the hunter boots. So again, this is an outfit that's just dipping into the trend of the fisherman aesthetic. But let me get to showing you some of the others, which are definitely more hardcore fisher girl. Guys, I have to admit, these outfits are truly bringing me back to my my old Haley's Corner days. If you guys have stuck around long enough and you've been here forever, you would have known that when I started my thrifting trips, I used to always only thrift in the men's section. And things like big oversized t-shirts, cut-off denim shorts, bucket hats, I mean, it's all I used to wear. I've definitely with the years gotten in touch with my more feminine and girly side, but I do have to admit, something about an outfit like this makes me so nostalgic because it truly brings me back to how I used to dress. And with this look specifically, I finally get to show you my newest hunter boots. I am so in love. In my last outfit, you saw the red ones. The only other color that I truly wanted and needed in my rotation was the green, the forest green specifically. And just like those red ones, I got these on ThredUp as well. In my size, brand new condition for like 50 bucks. Something that you are going to see a ton within the Fisherman Fisher Girl aesthetic is stripes. So in this case, I love that I was able to find this big Guess t-shirt, and the striping on this is absolutely perfect. I got this little t-shirt for $12.99, and I actually paired it with some jeans that I cut into shorts myself. These right here are a pair of Levi's that I personally never liked the bottom shape of the pant. So the solution to that is to just cut them off and turn them into your perfect spring summer shorts. They don't really fit me right now, but this is another ultimate hack for you pregnant ladies. Keep your pants unbuttoned, we all do it anyway after a big meal, and just pair it with a nice big oversized t-shirt. Truly, you cannot even tell that these shorts don't fit me, and they complete the look so well. And then finally, when it comes to the accessories, I had to mention the return of the bucket hat. I've always loved bucket hats, and I actually love that they're making a comeback for spring and summer. I pulled in with the green tones of this to match the green in the shoes, and again, with these looks, the more color the better. So I didn't just stop at yellow, we have a little bit of green, we've got a little bit of blue, and then the neutral bag to just kind of balance it all out. And if this makes me want to do anything, especially in this pregnancy, is to go back to the men's section and check out the oversized tees, because man oh man, this is comfortable. Listen, are you gonna be seeing hunter boots in every single one of these outfits? Yes. Am I sorry about it? Not really, because I mean, if there's any kind of trend to wear rain boots, it's this one. And with that, if there's another trend that I love within the Fisherman Core aesthetic, it's bandanas and like headbands, little hair scarves just like these. I see them in a ton of photos, especially photos that have to do with like boating or literally fishing. I got this one for like $1 at the thrift store, and I decided to pull back in the red with, once again, my tall hunter boots. And the main star of the show that I needed to show you is this incredible jacket. Truly, I was on the lookout for a jacket like this after seeing this photo with some fun pattern and the tall boots and shorts. I love the combination. But this jacket I actually got from ThredUp, and no, today's video is not sponsored by ThredUp, but this just goes to show you guys that I actually shop on ThredUp all the time, even if it's not a sponsored video. It's so hard to explain this aesthetic, you guys. I think the best way that so many people have been describing this is actually the fisherman's daughter aesthetic. Basically saying if my dad was a fisherman and we lived off of the coast in Maine, this is how I would dress as his daughter. Honestly, these aesthetic storylines are a little bit ridiculous, but I think all of us are out here just trying to like fantasize our lives and romanticize them as if we were like living in a movie. So if this is the aesthetic of the movie you're watching, I feel like this is an outfit that you would definitely thrive in. For the chillier spring nights, if you're gonna be hanging out by a lake or even spending the weekend at the cottage, I feel like something like this, especially on a rainy, cloudy day, would be perfect. Okay, and I thought that we would go ahead and put on the next outfit together because I'm gonna build it off the same exact romper, because another amazing way to wear rompers is to honestly just wear them for their shorts, just like sometimes you guys see me wear dresses for the skirt portion. Same idea here. We are gonna take this incredible knitted sweater and I'm gonna layer it right on top. So cute. Let's add in a touch of color. So back to the green boots, and you know, the bucket hat, I'm feeling it this time. Yep. Oh, so cute. Guys, really, this aesthetic is so comfortable and like so easy. Honestly, most of these outfits are seriously just like a big chunky knitted sweater with some shorts underneath. But okay, this next sweater that we thrifted, I love. I got it for just $4.99. It's actually an airy sweater in a size large, but I really, really love the way that it fits. And this is like such a fun stripe too, because it's actually embedded in the sweater rather than printed on. But notice the color blocking. The fact that the collar, the base, and the sleeves are all white just balances out this look so well. You guys know I told myself I wasn't gonna thrift any more sweaters, especially now that we're heading into spring and summer. But this is for sure one that I'm gonna be keeping around, especially when it gets colder out. Even on the chillier nights, I mean, I could still make this work now. And how funny is it that without the hat and without the boots, this would like not look like Fisherman Core at all? It's really down to the accessories. I couldn't find any of my knitted bags, but if you guys do have a bag that has some kind of texture or crochet like this, I feel like it does still work really well. Even though ideally it's these. These are kind of the netted bags I'm talking about. I think it's because they just resemble so much like a fishing net, what you would catch fish in, that really brings the whole fisherman aesthetic to the next level. Again, going back to it, is this something a fisherman's daughter would wear? I would say so, but what do you guys think? Okay, and finally, I really wanted to put together an outfit that was so hardcore fisherman core that you guys may even laugh, because I can only really wear this if I'm going fishing. But like, I had to style this Patagonia vest because I mean, such a freaking amazing find for $4.99. But I will be honest, as much as like fisherman core would definitely add the touch of color and the layers, I personally like this outfit a little bit more looking like this, because another one of the trends that I've been seeing a lot in these photos are overalls. And if you've watched my channel for a while, you already know I'm an overall girly through and through, and I am happy to say that I have officially pulled out my maternity overalls. These are ones that I actually thrifted last year before I was even pregnant. So these are perfect. I can keep growing in it. But okay, back to what we got on today's thrift trip. This t-shirt, you guys, I love the fit of it. Like I said, crew necklines are great, and the sleeves are just long enough that this is a piece that is so perfect to add a little bit of texture to your looks. And then for my accessories, I just went with a bunch of neutrals, and these are all thrifted. The bandana, also got it for $1. I love this brown color. The shoes are actually the only shoes that we thrifted on today's thrift trip, which are the Sperry's, and I have to admit, I love them. They were just $9.99, so $10. The brown color is perfect. The fact that they are waterproof are great, and they're really comfortable, just like sneakers. I didn't end up getting the boat shoes that you guys saw because even though they were a really cool find, I have to stay true to myself, and I feel like it's been very hard for me to style loafers, and boat shoes are like really similar to that. And then finally, the last accessory I have to show you, which is what I really feel like adds such a nice touch, is this necklace right over here. I love this little flower detail, and it's got a bunch of these beautiful brown stones that it's made up of. Because the t-shirt is a high neck, having the necklace hang around here, I feel like is such a nice added detail. Add on a little purse, and I mean, this is actually such a cute fit. Fitting within the aesthetic because of the overalls and the stripes, but still something I would honestly just wear on the daily. And I don't know if like my love for overalls is just my love for overalls, but comment down below. Are you somebody who wears overalls or like likes them, or are you really not into them? Because I think when it comes to overalls, people truly have a love-hate relationship with them. I love them through and through, and I'm gonna keep loving them throughout this entire pregnancy. I really wanted to thank you because it was your comment that literally brought this entire idea to life, which just goes to show, if you guys comment below aesthetics or vibes you want to see, maybe my next thrifting video will be based off of your idea. So comment down below if there's any vibe, aesthetic, color, style, trend that comes to mind that you want me to hunt for my next video. Take this opportunity to leave a comment, and maybe the next theme I select will be yours. Also, let me know within all of these looks which is your favorite, because they are all so different, very out of my comfort zone. But in the process, I did discover some outfits that I love that I would not have put together if I didn't use these inspiration photos, which hopefully will also teach you guys, if you are somebody that is shopping within an aesthetic, you can truly just nitpick and choose 1 or 2 items that you love. For example, I love stripes, I love bucket hats and bandanas, so now I know I'm just gonna sprinkle those into my future looks, and doing that is what helps you develop your personal style. It's not just dressing one specific way, but combining a bunch of things that you love to come up with outfits that you feel like represent you best. If you are watching up to this point, you know that you are the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to now, comment down below fabulous in fishwear. It's a little hard because I truly, I don't think I can spell fabulous if you ask me off the top of my head. It's a hard word to spell, but guys, give it a shot. Use spell check if you need. Fabulous in fishwear. We're gonna make it a thing for the spring and summer. You'll see. With all that, I love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.